they showed cartoons on Saturday mornings, we'd get like a big bowl of like Batman cereal, pour a bunch of milk in it, and watch.
Yeah, there was no Cartoon Network. Nothing.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine a life without Cartoon Network?
Speed Racer, right?
Is that your favorite? Did you have a favorite?
Speed Racer was my favorite when I was a fucking kid.
Well, all right, now you're riding Mach 5 on motorcycles, man.
Yeah,
it's amazing. So before I get to the audience question, I just have one question. We're getting late in 2019. If I were to ask both of you what the coolest thing you've done this year is, would you have a reply?
I went to London. That was pretty cool.
Get ready to travel the world, my friend. From what I hear, you're going to amazing places.
She's adorable. She's adorable. I got married. That was the coolest thing I did this year.
I was sad and we were off the market. I'm like, oh,
man. I can always have a little side piece.
Asian side piece, that would be, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. How's it feel to be, like, hitched commitment?
Man, good.
Yeah, I've been married 17 years.
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, you know, I felt like I've been married for a long time anyway, but it was fun. We had fun, right? Cailey came. Yeah. She's so cute. But London was better.
I mean, that's all relative. I mean, London's a pretty cool place. London, getting married,
Yeah.
We'll hit you up in about, I don't know, 20 years. You can tell us a comparison. So, all right, I will start over here. Who's got a question over here? Speak loud and right into the mic. It's a little Judith.
I like your hat.
Thank you. Judith, did you have fun with Jeffrey?
What?
Did you have fun with Jeffrey?
What was that?
Oh, Cailey, did you have fun?
Yeah, that was your question, Cailey. Did you have fun?
No.
Answer this.
Yes. It's always.
She's a truth teller.
It's always a good time with this guy. He's the best. Yes. Answer the question.
Thank you. I love working with you. I mean, she totally rehabilitated my character, so I thank both Judith and Cailey. But Cailey's the biggest pro on our show. Like, she knows what she's doing. The rest of us show up and it's a crapshoot. Cailey knows exactly what she's doing, and she'll tell you when you're doing something wrong, which is pretty great.
I think every interview I read, it was like, yeah, Cailey came in and just out-acted everybody.
Well, in every interview, she out-interviews us too, you know. Sitting next to her the other day on the Talking Dead couch, you know, she's answering questions with such eloquence, and, you know, Norman and I are like, because it's cool, you know. And Cailey's got these great answers. Kills me, but yeah, we love working together.
Amazing. Over here, sir, or ma'am, your question. I'm sorry, Maya, it's very early.
All good. Hi, guys.
Hi.
I have a question for Jeffrey. I would love to hear you whistle.
Whistle?
Yeah.
You know, I'm sick.
Thank you so much.
Oh, no.
Thank you.
Maybe it hasn't been that long.
Is that a question? That was more of a comment.
Now, you stood in line for that, huh? That was the one? I'm going to ask one question. Can I hear you whistle?
Back over here, your question.
Oh, look, Negan. Oh, brother.
So I have a question for both of you. When you were making the snow scene, what was your favorite and least favorite favorite part? My favorite was the snowball fight scene. That was really fun. My least favorite was when we had to do the blizzard. Because the snow is actually paper. And you inhale all of it, and it does not feel good. But it looks cool, but it doesn't feel good. That was my least favorite, but the snowball fight scene was awesome. It was really fun. And it was cold too, it kind of felt like, I don't know.
It was cold, the paper?
It was wet. It was like, I don't know. It was fun.
It was your first time kind of in snow, right?
Yeah, I've never been
Yeah,
real
so-
guys. So that was real scale for me, even
Yeah,
though
the experience that she was like on the ground doing like snow angels and stuff. I'm not joking. She was great. My least favorite part was inhaling all the paper. That sucked. My favorite part was doing the scene with Cailey when I brought her up against the shed there at the end, and that little piece of dialogue we got to have where she tells me not to swear, and it was very sweet, and yeah, that was it. But it looked cool. I mean, we shot that at Pinewood Studios, which we don't normally shoot at, and the deal is the studio is about 2 times bigger than this hall we're in right now. And it really looked like winter. It was cool. We were all very excited to one, shoot at Pinewood, and 2, be in a snowstorm. It looked great, and it felt like you were there until you started inhaling, buckets of paper. That sucked.
Yeah, back in the coal mine, is it black lung disease now?
White snow.
Paper snow disease.
Yeah, but it looks good, so, that's the deal.
Thank you, great question. Over here, your question.
Well, I don't really have a question. I just want to... I just wanted to get a good look at Jeffrey up close.
I wanted to get a good look at you up close. Does that look better?
He's changing the rules. Excellent question.
Okay. Thank you, I guess. Over here, question, please.
Hi, I'm Negan. Yes, you are. Now, really, my real name is Donnie. And a question for the both y'all. In season 9 of The Walking Dead, which episode would have to be your favorite starring you both?
Well, for me, it was when I got out. So the mid-season episode, I hated shooting in that jail. I liked shooting in the jail for like 5 episodes, and then I was like, oh, let's get out of here. So I really like kind of getting out and stretching my legs a little bit, and getting the opportunity to work with Cailey it's always fun. Except for when she shot me.
I didn't shoot you, I shot at you.
You know what I mean.
That's true.
I skinned my knee.
Sorry.
But Cailey is so, she's got a gun, that Colt Python that weighs, 25 pounds. And we had a scene together where I'm going over the fence. And, of course, they can't write anything with Negan without it being 17 pages of dialogue. And Cailey's supposed to have the gun on me the entire scene. And I'm watching her, and her arms are starting to shake.
This scene, Jeffrey has like 10 paragraphs. And I have to hold it like this. and they wanted a real one because they get an up-close shot of it so they can really see it. Come on, hurry up. But he's emotional, so he couldn't just rush through the stuff. So I was like, come on, guys, give me the fake one. I can't do this. But I did it.
That's integrity. That's real acting.
It really was. She's a stud.
Over here, please tell me you have a question. Okay.
My question is for Jeffrey. Who do you think would be a tougher opponent, Rick or Alpha?
Rick or who?
Alpha.
Rick or Alpha?
Oh, I miss Rick. Yeah, we all do. But as far as I think opponents go, look, Alpha's just creepy. She's obviously got some screws loose. You thought Negan was like a pain in the butt. This one is this big special surprise of crazy. But as far as opponents go, I like how Rick and Negan played up with each other. The kind of cat and mouse and chess game of it all, I really like. I think with Alpha, we will see how this season unfolds. I know stuff that you don't. But it's going to be fun. I'll say that.
Thank you very much. Over here, your question.
Okay, so mine is for Jeffrey. If and when Maggie comes back, do y'all think y'all are gonna still be enemies, or do y'all think we'll get along?
I don't think Maggie's gonna like Negan. I'm not sure that's gone away. She has not been around for how many show years? Like 8 or something, so I imagine, now I haven't seen, she hasn't worked yet, so I haven't seen those scripts, so I don't know how she's coming back and how that's going to play out. But I saw Lauren the other day, day before yesterday, and we were talking a little bit about it. I would imagine there's going to have to be some sort of confrontation or 10 for her to, she hasn't seen what Negan's done or who he's become. She doesn't know. Last time she saw him, he was laying on the ground at the jail cell wanting to die. So some stuff has happened since then. But I imagine it's not going to be hugs and kisses. Damn it.
Thank you. From what I hear, there's no if. She's coming back.
She's coming back.
Coming back.
Yeah.
Get ready, Steve. Over here, your question.
Okay. First, I have to say I love you both. Cailey, you're just so precious. I just adore you. But my question is for Jeffrey. How do you feel about Negan's transformation from when we first met him to, like you said, laying on the jail cell till now?
I feel really grateful, for one. I thought the first couple of years that we knew Negan was very one-dimensional. To me, when Negan came out of the RV for the first time, we didn't learn anything new about him for 2 years, 3 years, and that was hard. I felt like everything that I said coming out of that RV is sort of what I said for the next 2 years, and it never shifted. I think with the introduction of Judith and that relationship, we got to see a little different side of him. And there's been pieces that he's been able to kind of throw out. We never have done the episode of how Negan became Negan, unfortunately. And maybe we will, I don't know, but with, I think, Judith's help and a couple other characters, now Negan is more of a three-dimensional character. And so I think that this year, with everything we've learned about him, it gives me the opportunity to do a lot more as an actor. And I think it'll give you guys a lot more of an opportunity to get to know who Negan is. And that's been great. You may hate it, I don't know. But I am having a good time. I like being able to play a more whole character.
Thank you.
Yeah.
like it when you have a good time.
Yeah. I mean, I like having fun too. And Negan does also.
Over here, your question.
Hi.
Is that you?
That's me.
What's up, girl?
That's you. Can you read my shirt from here? From here?
I can't
How
see
your
2 feet in
eyes?
front of me.
Oh my God.
What does it say?
It says Daryl Dixon is my boyfriend.
Well, good for you.
I need one that says Negan is my boyfriend.
Would you two-time it? That's too two-timey for me.
Well, I'll get rid of this one.
Just cross out Daryl.
Just cross this out.
Yeah, I got a Sharpie somewhere.
We'll make that happen. So, my name is Elizabeth, and I'm a little bit in love with you. Just some people gotta notice, but Daryl to the side.
Well, and Daryl.
And Daryl, yeah, it's okay. We don't.
You're just sort of all over the place.
All over that. That's okay. Don't tell my boyfriend.
God bless you.
My question is, by the way, you are adorable. Thank you. You're welcome. My daughter has that shirt. She loves it.
Your question?
Yes, my question. Yeah, it's a bat. I know. I love that. My question is, how do you feel, or what is your actual, I guess, how do I phrase it? What is your favorite character that you've played out of the 3 that I'm going to name? Danny Duquette, Negan, or from Supernatural?
I think my favorite is whichever one I'm playing at that moment.
In that moment.
When I got to go back and do John last year, I really missed him. I missed being on that set. I missed walking in John's shoes, and that was awesome. Denny, I have a special place in my heart because really he's so much. It was the first time that people kind of knew me, I guess. It was really kind of, it gave me a friggin' career. And now Negan, I love Negan. I love him because there's so many different sides, I think, to him, and he's getting more and more complicated, which as an actor is kind of all you want, I think. So I think, yeah, my favorite is whoever the heck I'm playing at particular time. Right now, I'm in full Negan mode.
That makes sense. Awesome. Thank you.
I love you too.
Get to work on that new shirt. Over here, your question.
Hi. So I'm an acting student, and I finished my classes up in January, and I'm just starting the auditioning and booking process. And my question is for both of you: what is your best advice to someone who is just starting out in the industry?
What's your backup plan? That's half joking and half like, it's hard. It's hard. Cailey can probably speak more on it than I can, but when I started, I don't even know how to tell people to get an agent anymore. I don't even know how that process worked. So Cailey probably knows. When I was a kid and started doing it, you just banged on doors and hoped and prayed that somebody would think you had they didn't even sometimes you would do a scene for agents, and we all sucked. I mean, you can't, if you're doing the auditioning process, and the auditioning process is nothing like having a job. I mean, it's a completely different thing. Some people are really good at auditioning, and they can do really great in a room with 3 people in it, and then they show up on a set and they completely melt down. I was that guy. I appreciate the yellow. It's worked out. But my only advice to you is to never, the most valuable thing you can learn, and learn it immediately, is how to take rejection. Because this is a business where people will say no to you 100 times before someone says yes. And if you can get through that and continue to wake up every day and be positive and feel good about it, you're going to be all right. Yeah.
Good luck, my friend. Good luck.
I stole Cailey's answer.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Over here, your question.
Hi, my name is Valerie. My question is for both of you. So Daryl has a dog, Ezekiel had Shiva. If you could have any pet in the show, what would it be?
A dolphin. out from under their feet, and then the dolphin can go on top of the walker and kill him. And then I have like a combo. Does that count?
Yes.
What's yours?
You stole my answer.
At season 11.
I always wanted Negan to have a goldfish in his jail cell. I just sit and talk to it. I would name it Dorothy. That's Elmo's goldfish. Yeah, I know this stuff. I have kids. I always want a dog, but now friggin' Daryl's got a dog. Maybe he'll share.
There you go.
Thanks, Val.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Over here, your question.
Troll. I want a troll pet.
A troll, yeah?
Yeah. I thought you were going to say a bat.
No.
You're dressed like a bat.
Well, bats are really small, and I think a troll can do a lot.
Yeah, but is a troll like a real thing that you can have for a pet?
I mean, we're talking about The Walking Dead, what am I saying?
Sorry. Yeah, dead. Yeah. Find some troll somewhere. Your question.
Hi, I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous. So my question is, obviously, both of y'all are fantastic on The Walking Dead. I've really enjoyed your characters, but my question for Jeffrey is, obviously we were all really excited when it was announced that John was coming back last season. So I was just wondering if you felt that his ending was satisfying.
John Winchester?
Yes.
Yeah, I do. It took a long time for John to get back, obviously, and make an appearance. And when I went back last year, nobody knew that this year would be it. And so we kind of just went in. There needed to be some closure for that character, a lot of years had gone by, and it was time to come back. But am I satisfied with it? Yeah, I am. Would I like to go back one more to go? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I would, but if I don't go back, I am happy with how that ended. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, I want to see you back one more time.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm just putting it out there in the world.
All right.
Yeah. Right over here, your question.
Good morning.
Look at your hair, Courtney.
My question is...
Seahawks blue, girl.
Yeah, of course. My question is for both of you. If Rick was still around, do you think Negan would have as much freedom as he has right now?
All right, I'll take part of this. I don't want to steal your answer. I think he would. I think he might have had a little bit of freedom sooner, in fact, if Rick had been around. Rick was a big proponent on, leading by example, and what he wanted to do was kind of keep Negan alive. And I think the relationship that Negan had with Rick and vice versa was such that he would have known that it wasn't an act. I know a lot of people were like, well, maybe it was bullshit, BS. It was BS when he didn't want to be alive anymore. And it wasn't. He was genuinely in a very dark place. And I think Rick would have... They had a weird relationship, and I would have liked to see what would have happened, but I think that Rick would have had him out picking tomatoes a little bit earlier.
I don't know enough about Rick's character because I haven't seen season 1.
He's your dad.
So I can't answer that question.
Good answer. Good answer. All right, we got time for one more. Make it a good one.
Hi, my name is Bianca, and I have a question for both of you. Before filming, how long do you get to learn the lines, and do you get the opportunity to rehearse together, and who is best at learning their lines?
I'm worst. Hands down. We don't have very much time, especially right now, this time of year. Scripts are coming in really late. We also shot out of order. Hey, where are you fuckers going? Daryl might be here.
stuff out of order. The writers had problems keeping scripts. It's been a hard year for everybody, so we get them late. If we get a script 3 days out that's locked, it's a super rare thing. And if you're working and you're trying to know the lines that you have, that day for that episode, I don't know when you're supposed to work on the next one. So I am constantly behind. I don't sleep while we're shooting. I work to 12 hours and I go home and study for 3. And Cailey is way better at learning lines. Go. Show them some lines.
Well, we get the script out like a few days before we film, but even if you learn that one, they change it. They change it. Say get it 3 days before. They'll change it the next day. So you'll learn those. And then they'll change it the next day. And then you'll learn those. And then they'll change it the day that you have to do it. And then you'll learn those. So you have to learn a few different ones. But you get used to it. Right?
Yeah, sort of. I don't. You do. You're good.
Yeah, you guys thought acting was easy, no? It's not so easy.
Oh, it's all hard.
Thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing.